Hey guys, Gary J. Just got back from my trip. I went from Georgia. I live close to Augusta, Georgia, up to Cherokee, North Carolina, to the Indian Reservation. Spent the night there. And from there, went to Mount Mitchell, which is the highest mountain in the eastern part of the United States. Went up to the summit of it on the Gold Wing here, and went to the summit of Graybeard Mountain, and that's in North Carolina, not far from Mitchell Mountain there. And also then drove up north to a little city called Elizabethton, T-O-N, Elizabethton. That's kind of an odd name, but that's in Tennessee, so I went into Tennessee. Now I left this morning because it started raining up there in Tennessee, and I came back home the fast route, which was like part of the interstate way. Anyway, my GPS, which is Garmin here, told me that I would get home about 4:38, and which is 4:41. So it was pretty much on the money on telling me when I would get home from Elizabethton, Tennessee. One interesting thing too, when I look at the mileage here on my trip, 799.2 miles. Sorry about Lady Gaga there. But this is my front tire, 46 degrees. 46 pounds. I had it at 40 pounds, and the back tire at 40 pounds. But you know, it's 95 degrees today, and so the tire heated up, and it went from 40 pounds per square inch to 46. Actually, it was 47, and this is the temperature. The front tire, which is smaller than the back, is 100 degrees on the inside, and the rear tire is 79 degrees. And it usually stays about 80 degrees, 79 or 80 on the rear tire, even though the temperature is really hot today. And that's the temperature, 95 degrees. But yeah, it was pretty hot. It didn't feel too bad moving on a motorcycle. But that's the interesting thing, though. You know, when you use a tire guard here, you remember I mentioned that in one of the videos. I don't know if you can see that real well. But it's now I ran over a stick or something. I heard it when I hit it. It wasn't bad, but I hit something. So I always keep this turned off when I'm driving. I always check it before, you know, when I take off. But when I hit that stick, I just hit my button and cut it on to make sure I didn't lose any air. I didn't have a nail in it or something. Or if you get on some bad piece of road and you're not sure if it's your tire or the road, you can turn on your tire gauge, tire guard, and it'll show you the pressure in your tire, so you don't have to stop and check your tire pressure. So that front tire is starting to cool down now, and the PSI will start to drop on it. I generally want to run like 40 PSI in these new Dunlop 4s. And but you see, when they heat up like that, the pressure goes up, and I guess they give you some more wear, but there's not much you can do about that, is it? I had a good trip, and I'll have a couple of videos out on it. Take care, guys. Gary J. One thing too, guys, while I'm thinking about it, this is my motorcycle bag I use on my Kawasaki Cruiser when I travel. But also I use it on the Gold Wing because it sits in the back seat right here, and fits perfectly. And I use these rock straps. If you've never used a rock strap, man, they're not expensive either. They come in different lengths, and they're about $35, something like that. This is the best strap ever made. and it's got a soft end right there, and you just put the end of your strap through the center right here, and wrap it around anything. Let me get that in view. Wrap it around anything here, and you don't have to worry about it scratching or cutting into anything. And it's called the rock strap. The best strap ever made. And the other end of it, right here, is just like, has the same end on it as this one. So you can wrap it around anything, and then you can adjust it. And I just put one strap on here to hold that. I probably don't even need a strap, but I need it to hold the side armrest against the bag right here. And I've got a backpack in here, just a regular backpack that I carry around, and I've got all kinds of stuff in there. And this netting right here, if you haven't used this netting, this stuff right here works great. So easy to use, and just clicks on and off this right here, and it's steady and solid. And that's just a trash bag over the junk bag. So that works real good for me traveling, which, you know, I have the side compartment and the trunk full of stuff too. So the trip that I went on to North Carolina, Tennessee from Georgia, I had no real itinerary. I just traveling to see where I end up at. So that's the great thing about riding. Sometimes you can just travel and do your thing. And I don't know if I've ever really showed you guys these this backrest right here. I have armrests on here. Now these armrests were welded onto this backrest. This is like a Kurukian backrest, and a piece of metal was put here and welded to this bar, and it was welded, this armrest was welded on here, just like these right here is the regular armrest too on the back. So you can put these on the front, and this is really nice when you're riding. Say you can prop your elbows up on that and ride for hours and hours, and your arms will never get tired. So that's a really good way of doing it too. So you got armrests for the rear and armrests for the front. I hadn't really seen anybody with that kind of job done on their bike, the Gold Wing, but it's real simple to do. And like I said, this is I think a Kurukian backrest, and you just take a piece of metal here and weld it onto this, and then weld your armrest, which usually goes on the rear, onto this piece of metal, and you know the whole thing will tilt. You lean back. Works great. You can ride all day long. Guys, just to show you, this is what was in the white bag right here on the back of the motorcycle. These backpacks are really awesome. When it's got all these pockets in it, you know. It's got like a pocket here and another pocket here, and then another pocket here, a big pocket here, and it's got pockets on the side, and you can strap stuff down on each side of it. And these cost about, what, $30 at Walmart, and it's a good way to put a bunch of stuff in when you travel and be able to get to it real quick, especially with that netting on there. That netting doesn't have any tie down. It's just elastic, and so it only takes a minute to take out this bag right here, and you got like shaving stuff in here, and you have flashlights and all kind of stuff, you know, that you might need in a hurry. So yeah, this is a great deal to have right here too. Plus you could tote it on your back and put other stuff in there if you needed to. Just an idea, guys, when you travel. Guys, I did get into some rain, and I had coated down this windshield, which this is the Tulsa windshield, the tallest one they make. And I had coated it down with this Rain-X. Now, you know that you never use Rain-X on this acrylic plastic windshields and stuff like that on motorcycles. You don't use Rain-X. But for those who don't know, they do make the Rain-X plastic water repellent for motorcycle windshields. See, a motorcycle, sunglasses, your helmet, visor, boats. So now they do make Rain-X for plastic stuff. And I felt just a little drizzle of rain, and what I did was I went under the canopy at a gas station and wiped down the windshield and sprayed it again. I'd already coated it like 3 times before I went on the trip. But I sprayed it and wiped it down, and it started raining on me, and the rain just beat it off just like it normally does with Rain-X on your car windshield. So that worked out real well. So I'm proud to say that this stuff, to me, what I went through, actually seems to work real well for this new type of Rain-X. So it helped the windshield. I've been in a rainstorm where I would give anything for a windshield wiper. I couldn't see. But if the Rain-X works that well in a torrential rainstorm, which I wasn't in a torrential rainstorm, but it was raining enough that you needed windshield wipers. And it worked fine with me. I think maybe the key, because I've heard some people say they use it and didn't work that well, is to, if you got your windshield coated with it and it's been on there a while, when you first notice it's going to rain, just spray it down and wipe it and make sure you got a fresh coat on there. I think that would be the thing to do. My windshield is so big I can't look over it, and I can't hardly look around it to see anything. So I really have to look through the windshield when it's raining. Just a little tidbit.